Welcome back to NC Sports Weekly News. In this edition, the pros are back in town and Tyler Wright wins the ASP Tour kickoff. The full scene from Australia's Gold Coast. It's all happening in Miami. The stars are here at the Bacardi Cup and ran racing rules at the TP52 Worlds. Dempsey grabs the RSX World title in Brazil. And the Extreme 40s hit the water in Oman. Plunge into the action with NC Sports. Surprise outcome at the Ladies Roxy Gold Coast and 2013 ASP Pro Tour kickoff in Western Australia. All top contenders were on the water, but in the end, 18-year-old homegirl Tyler Wright carved out the global competition.
You know, I wasn't really going to come back to the sport at all, really. Wasn't really feeling it at all, but I had family to get us through that. To come back and win the first event and know that all the training and all the stuff that I've been working on and, you know, mentally wise has paid off. I know it's only the first event, but I don't know, it's in my heart. I don't know what was going on, just a light, airy feeling. When that last wave came through, I was just like, this is it, you know, this is what you're doing. This is where it's at.
No small feat for the young Aussie surfer. To get here, she had to face grueling rounds, pass the quarters, and beat 5 times world champion Stephanie Gilmore in the semis with a 2-point advantage. Closer brawl in the final with another combative Australian, Sally Fitzgibbons, fresh in from her semi-victory over Carissa Moore. Yet Tyler was on a hot streak and scored a strong 17.99 to 16.66.
And that surfing, you know, I did everything I could, and it's a shame it just slipped away. But I'll come back bigger and better next year, and yeah, we'll just keep going from here.
It's not over. The men are heating up the rounds for the Quicksilver. Full updates coming in the next editions of NC Sports. Don't miss the best set. The global sailing epicenter shifted to Florida this early March for Miami Sailing Week Bacardi Cup 2013. A true classic this year, the event drew nearly 200 boats divided into 5 distinct sailing classes: Star, Melges 20, Melges 24, Viper 640, and J70. Of ageless beauty, the Star class was by far the largest fleet at this season opener, with over 60 crews on the water from 8 different nations. Some of the top specialists were at hand, and after 7 races, the final tally went to Americans Mark Mendelblatt and Brian Fatih, fighting to the last jibe, with Brazilian Lars Grau and Marco Lagoa finishing second, and French duo Rojas Pulfer in third. For a jump to the present, in the Melges 20, American Michael Kiss on his Baccio upset Alessandro Rombelli. The Italian, however, is avenged by Audi teammate Riccardo Simoneschi on the larger 5-man crew Melges 24, and closing the series with a 5-point lead over Don Wilson's Convexity of the USA. In final results for this Miami Sailing Week 2013, Canada's Jackpot crew made the day in the Viper 640 class, while in the J70 class, Savasana team grabbed top honors for the US. Also in Miami at the TP52 Super Series Gastra World Championship, Niklas Zenstrom's Ran Racing clinched the title in a series of tight regattas against the Italians on Azzurra and Quantum Racing of the USA. The Swedish team dominated the event with 4 first places in 9 races. That sort of continuity will pay off, but Ran almost lost the gamble on the last 2 races, finishing 7th and 6th, respectively. Costly mistakes. In fact, Azzurra fought back hard with 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and 2 third places, yet not enough to close the gap. And sometimes a single-point advantage is all it takes. Ran Racing Team ultimately closed the event 32-33 to become the new TP52 World Champions of 2013. RSX World Championship results are in from Brazil, and once again, Nick Dempsey and Dorian van Rysselberger fought it out for the first spot on the podium. The Dutchman had conquered London 2012 with the Briton taking silver, but here in the waters of Buzios, Dempsey won the day in a tight competition. and Van Rysselberger had to settle for second-place honors. Byron Kokalanis of Greece grabbed third overall, putting behind local star Ricardo Bimba and Nimrod Mashaya from Israel in the medal race. The big story at these championships, however, comes from the women's competition and the third consecutive world title going to Lee L. Korsitz. Accessing the medal race with a 21-point advantage, the Israeli windsurfer could even afford to place 8th and still go on to win the event.
A lot of challenge, especially last 3 races. Pressure from Red Bull. It's not easy to get it back from second to first. You know, they were fighting us and now we were fighting. So, but at the end, we're really happy we won it. That's what all about.
It all came down to the final race at the Extreme Sailing Series 2013 opening event in Oman. In light conditions but electrifying spirits, the Wave Muscat with Briton Leigh McMillan at the helm met the challenge in front of the home crowd and took top honors on the last day after coming back from a 15-point deficit against the strong Red Bull team.
Yeah, that's the real challenge now. If you fight and just race against a very good and high-level sailors, so that's very good feeling. Very proud, very proud. So, yeah, unbelievable feeling. First time for me Extreme 40. Yeah, winning in my home water. That's great.
Check the Nautical Channel programming grid for extended content of your favorite events. This week, don't miss NC Sports Top Story, America's Cup 34, from Valencia to San Francisco. How sailing has changed forever. NC Sports, plunge into the action.